So once again, I'm live. Coming back, once again. A lot of things been going on in the news. Can't call it. A lot of things. A lot of things going on in the news. But that's just the way the ball bounces. Clown shows will be clown shows. It's all going down in 2024. More psyops. And more big news. I think a lot of people are going to be very, very upset. Waiting on Chak. And Parton Franks. So I don't know, when it comes down to this stuff, a lot of things could be going on. A lot of things could not be going on. It could be all charade. But I don't know. It's not going to work. Whatever it is, things not working out like people thought they were. But whatever the case may be, it's on and popping. And ain't no stopping. So I don't know. People need to worry about their own agendas. And when people worry about their own agendas, we can fix some of the problems we got. So it is what it is. But that's the way life is. What's going on, brother? What's up? You hear me? Yo. Chak. You on mute or what? What's up? Yo. Yo. Can't hear you. Chak. Yo. I see you on screen, but what's going on? Okay, you got audio issues. What's up? I figured out. All right. I got stats.
Seizing 3,000 pills. Today, they announced an additional 14,000. David Kaplan live for us at police headquarters with more. These numbers are terrifying, David.
Sharon and Kenneth, they really are. And when you consider 17,000 pills seized in the last couple of weeks, that is a large number, but those pills are off the street tonight. Now, police say they served this search warrant in the Riverdale neighborhood of Prince George's County. This was last Thursday. They brought in additional resources to seize those extra 14,000 pills and make 9 arrests connected to this case. As you mentioned, the second bust in the last 5 days. Now, Fox 5 went to the neighborhood where the first bust of these two happened today. This was announced last week. Talked to a man who was happy about that, not only because he had an uncle pass away from an overdose, not only because he has a 13-year-old son who he's concerned about as it relates to fentanyl, but because he worries less now about safety in the neighborhood.
It's not about the people that live in the neighborhood necessarily. It could be people coming from outside the neighborhood, just terrorizing the people inside the neighborhood, just because you got that type of activity here.
All right, so the latest available data from Maryland and Virginia is that fentanyl is responsible for about 75% of overdose deaths in each state. The concern especially evident among young people who may take a pill thinking it's one thing, then it's laced with fentanyl and creates a greater danger. It's something that police consistently warn about. After the last bust that was announced last week, Fox 5 spoke with an undercover lieutenant who said getting these pills off the street, gosh, he says it's important.
Fentanyl is a major problem in our community, not just our community, but nationwide. I think you can see the schools, not just here in PG County, but also nationwide with the overdoses that are happening in the schools. Chances are a lot of these pills would have ended up in some of the local high schools.
And to that point, that lieutenant, as well as an assistant chief that spoke today, really wanted to hammer home the reminder to parents to have this conversation with their kids, especially if they're preteen or teenagers, about the dangers of taking any pill, especially if you don't know where it came from. Back to you.
Chak.
Step in. Last week, Fox 5 told you about police seizing
Chak. You there? Chak, are you there? Can't figure it out with Chak. Well, anyway, let's just get to the good stuff.
The Supreme Court is siding with President Biden in a
Okay, you can hear me. Yeah, but I can't hear you though, which is the issue. So you gotta come back into the room.
dispute with Texas over the border. The court has cleared the way for federal agents to remove razor wire fencing, which administration officials and immigration advocates call dangerous and inhumane. Texas argues the razor wire is an effective deterrent to illegal border crossings. ABC News senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer joins me now for more. Devin, how did the court reach this decision?
Hey, Diane, the court didn't explain its decision here. This was not an opinion that we would normally, we expect when the court hears a case. This was a response to an emergency request by the Biden administration to give it permission for federal agents to remove this wire that was installed by Texas to stop the flow of migrants along 29 miles of the border there in the middle of Texas. It was a 5-4 decision by the Supreme Court late yesterday, which said that the administration can go ahead and remove that wire for now. But this is not the final word in this case. The administration had said this wire was impeding federal agents from doing their job at the border. And of course, Texas, as you mentioned there, has been insisting that absence, more aggressive action by the feds, they need to do something and take action into their own hands. And that's what they did. So this is quite a dispute that's been going on for some time and will continue going on, even as this turn from the Supreme Court has given the Biden administration a win.
Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Amy Coney Barrett joined the court's 3 more liberal members to form the majority here. How significant is that?
Well, it's certainly interesting when you have 2 of the conservatives and the Chief Justice joining with the liberals in siding with the administration, but it's not the final word. As I said, this is a case that's still in litigation at the lower courts. And so yesterday's action was simply, a temporary one. The justices, including Barrett and Roberts, joining the liberals, saying, listen, the federal government, which has purview over the border, which controls the border, can go ahead and remove this wire for now. But the lower courts, Diane, have so far sided with Texas and said that this, unabated flow of migration into Texas is imposing costs on the state, that the state can take some action and put down this wire. But while those appeals continue, the administration can go ahead and reclaim some control of some of that territory. It's been a standoff over the past few weeks, Diane. Really an extraordinary thing to see the state and state police, state National Guard facing off with federal Border Patrol agents as this crisis is unfolding before all of us as we see the situation on the border.
So, Devin, when could this razor wire be removed and what are the next steps here?
Well, it can be removed immediately. The Supreme Court's order yesterday gives the government permission now to go in and really destroy, remove Texas's property. That's their wire. They can go ahead and do that. But this case is continuing to be litigated. The appeals court is preparing to hear arguments in this case. Texas had sued the administration.
Yeah, what's up?
What up? What up?
What's up, Frank?
What's going on,
peace.
man? What up, man?
Now I got you.
Mike check. Okay, what up? Frank,
What up? What up, man?
what's the word? Man, fix the smoke detector, man. Get the
No,
battery.
I know. I gotta
Damn
get
it.
I know that shit's annoying. I gotta tell my.
Peace, man. What's going on in Cali, man? What's the weather looking like, bro?
Just same old, man. Same old, man. You know what I'm saying? Same old shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They fucking, these cats, man. They this whole migrant thing is tripping, man. This shit's not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This shit is just a depopulation thing going on, man. Depopulation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just tripping off. They're tripping off the razor wire thing, man. But why are they not tripping off the fact that prisons have razor wire? I just think people want to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fits their narrative. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever narrative that they're going with, they want to go. It's like, you know what I mean? This shit is just all this shit is just discrimination, man. Like not with the wire thing, but they want to pick and choose why they think that's not good for them to have a wire on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's inhumane or something. But I mean, obviously it's for to keep people out. I don't know, man. I just don't feed into a lot of this stuff no more, man. It's just like it's kind of getting old. You know what I mean? It's getting mad old, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they keep us running in circles, man. Running in place, dog.
We had Donald Trump won the primary tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. New Hampshire. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not on the Trump train at all. Like I've been, I just always thought that, what I'm saying, like the economy was a little better under him or whatever the case is. And I was interested in that platinum plan thing, but like I was telling you the other day, BJ. I mean, I know these cats, man. These what's the names? What are these called? These politicians. You know what I'm saying? I know they're not gonna go against the police or nothing like that, but
yeah. I'm just bringing it up because Biden won his primary too.
I'm just not feeling. I just don't like the fact that But see, he doing it for these white conservatives. But how you gonna push? See, this is how they use the people for the votes. I'm just gonna say this real quick. How you using people? You want their votes. You want these people's taxpayers' votes. These people that aren't necessarily down with the municipalities, but yet they just protect the municipalities. But you're talking about you want to make police immune from prosecution. They already have qualified immunity, and y'all already give them federal funding every year. So you want to use us for our votes to get you in, right? Even though they're already selected, our votes don't matter. You want to use people for their votes, but then at the same time, those same people that you're using for the votes, if they get shot and killed by the police, then you're okay with that. It doesn't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to look at it like that as people. We're going to just, we get excited because Trump this and Trump that. I think that's a pacifier for us not doing for self. We're picking one of these politicians and putting them up there like as if they're going to do something for us, which they're not. You know what I'm saying? You have to change your own situation. You know what I'm saying? Like the American people aren't going to be, the so-called black people in America are not going to be better under Trump just because. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all bullshit, man. Like,
let me say something. Let me say something to you. You know what? Let me tell you some wild stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden was down here in North Carolina, right? He went to Cookout, right? And he asked for a black and white milkshake. Now, ain't no restaurant selling no black and white milkshake, so you can just come on, man. It's either chocolate or vanilla. Come on, man.
No. It's not. It's definitely not better. We see. I know he's trying to be funny. We seen a society. We live in a society right now under this dude. But we got to remember, like Chak, we was talking about the other day. Presidents can only do so much. They're not the ones making the law. You know what I'm saying? So we got to really stand clear on that. See, they get us every 4 years. They get us in that rat race, and they want us to promote some kind of savior.
Now, wait a minute. Now, let me tell you this. There's another picture of Biden eating catfish with a guy he wanted to vote for. I said, this is kind of embarrassing, man.
So why they always got to see? They don't do the Jews like that. They don't do the Cree people like that. They're not going to eat no matzo balls or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And go to one of their things and be symbolistic and eat some stuff. You know what I'm saying? That they eat. They ain't going to do that to them. Y'all notice that?
Hey, man. They're not eating kosher with them.
Right. They're not eating. Right. Damn. See, we that's on us though. But see, it's on us, but at the same time, these people that are supposed to be representing us, it's on them.
All right,
these
now.
People that are supposed to be the Black Caucus and all these people, they're not for us. So, like I said, what we got to do is do for self, man.
Speaking of that, Chak, that's another thing I meant to mention when we were talking about Miss the Swiftie crowd. I forgot to mention that she donated a lot of money to the NAACP. Boy. You know what, man? Frank, I got to break down some psyops right quick, man. I got to do it, man. I got to do it. Live.
But y'all feel okay, but I feel you. But you feel what I'm saying about Trump? Like I know Shaq feels me.
No, I got you.
We act like that dude's gonna be like savior or something. Like we act like
I'm getting to him in a minute. I'm gonna get to that in a minute because me and Chak was having a conversation earlier. They were talking about Taylor Swift. Oh my God. They were talking about how Taylor Swift is worth $1.1 billion and the daggone, you know, she done sold more records than anybody in history. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, we can't be this stupid, right? Okay. You hear me?
Yeah, yep.
Chak, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Let's look this up right quick, man. Chak wanted, he told me he can break this down. I'm not.
Hey man, look here, dog. I looked at it. I'm like, okay, so what business woman? What entrepreneurship does she have? They ain't listening. Not one business. The only thing they was
Wait a minute
listening
now.
was
Hold on. Chak, hold on. Wait a minute. It's news on Taylor Swift today. A man arrested twice in 3 days for stalking Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's what they was talking. That's who house they was saying he was in front of. I think.
Yeah, you don't get no arrested in 03.
Now, wait a minute.
You believe that? Y'all believe that?
Now, wait a minute, Frank. How old you think this man was?
In his 50s?
No.
60s?
No, man. He was 33, man.
Oh, I should have said it. Damn, 33, dude. Lucky number 33.
Oh, man. They got you again, man. Oh. And he was arrested twice in 3 days. Come on, man. Shit funny. And wait a minute, man. Who's stalking Taylor Swift outside her Manhattan home? Come on, man.
How they know they stalking? How he was stalking her specifically?
Come on, man. This is bullshit.
They be lying. But see, that's why the internet. You gotta, man. This is not all people doing here is lying.
Hey, look.
This motherfucker just lied.
Check this out. Like somebody said, with Kelsey around, that's what I said, Rashad Green especially. Come on, man. Let's get to this bull crap, Shaq. Let's look her up. All right, Shaq. I'm not going through the whole thing because it takes forever, but Taylor Swift is an American singer-songwriter. Her songwriting, artistry, and entrepreneurship have majorly influenced the music industry and popular culture. And her life is a subject of widespread media recovery. All right. Well, Shaq, you've been looking for her entrepreneurship. You ain't found nothing. So that's one thing. We need to talk about it. But never mind. Okay. Now, she was born in Pennsylvania. Her daddy was a stockbroker for Merrill Lynch. So, and her mother is a former homemaker who previously worked as a mutual fund marketing executive. So they talking about she worth $1 billion. Her family had money too, Shaq. Just putting it out there. Okay? Just one of broke shit. Okay? Putting it out there. So, but she was born in Pennsylvania. All right, let's keep it going. Okay. I ain't going through all these albums and shit. Oh, she was dating an actor named Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, it says she got 13 #1 albums on the Billboard, Billboard 200. She like in the top 3 I think the Beatles had 19 #1 Billboard albums. Jay-Z had 14. I don't know where them came from. But what about you, Frank? I don't remember Jay-Z having 14 #1 Bill, but you got to think about the name, the marketing and promotion. That's marketing.
Right.
Getting your name on the Billboard. You getting your album, getting your albums on the Billboard 200. That's marketing and promotion. That's networking.
Wait a minute, man. Hold on, man. Her in-house management team is called 13 Man. Switzerland endorsed many brands and businesses such as having launched clothing lines with LEI and Stella McCartney, designed American greeting cards and Jack Zipdorf, released a number of frames with Elizabeth Arden, and signed multi-year deals with AT&T and Capital One. They say this is an entrepreneurship thing, but this ain't no goddamn art. She doesn't get endorsed. She doesn't endorse shit.
They using her likeness. That's all. She using her likeness and benefiting off her likeness. That's what the people do.
She is the global ambassador for New York City. All right, now let's get to this social activism stuff. Okay, her net worth is $1.1 billion as of October 23. Mercer is the first musician to achieve billionaire status solely based on songs and performances.
Keep reading. And keep reading October 13th. What happened on October 13th to push her to that 1 billion? Keep reading.
Wait a minute. She's the highest paid celebrity of 2016 with 170 million feet. Guinness World Records, the highest, which surpassed herself with 885 million in 2019. Overall, Forbes listed Swift is the highest paid female artist of 2010s, earning 825 million. She is also a real estate portfolio, 150 million of 2023, has property in Nashville, Tribeca, Manhattan, Los Angeles, and Rhode Island. High watch. Interesting. Okay.
And look, all those joint business ventures sure help when you got a stockbroker father. Father's a stockbroker.
All right. Now let's look at her. Philanthropy. She ranked #1 on the Do Something's 2015 Good Gone list. Having received the Style, Compassion, on Tennessee Disaster Service, and Nickelodeon Choice Awards. She donated $100,000 to the Red Cross to Owl Floor 2008. She sang at BBC's Children Need concert and raised $13,000 for the cause. She has performed at charity relief events, including Sydney's sound relief concert. In response to Tennessee flood in 2010, she donated $500,000. She donated $1 million for Tennessee tornado relief in 2020 and 2023. She donated $1 million in Louisiana flood relief and $100,000 to Dolly Parton Fire Fund. She donated to food banks after Hurricane Harvey in 2017. She also directly employed business through the tour and gave $55 million in bonus payments to her entire crew. All right, so that's that. All right, now let me go to this other part because I'm getting to political stuff. All right. She is
hold on. Let me interject right quick. You know, she don't own her music allegedly. I don't know. Maybe she done worked out a new deal, but she don't own her master to her music. Allegedly, I don't know. Maybe she worked out a new deal because I thought a couple of years ago, Scooter Braun, ain't that her manager?
I gotta go back up and look.
I could be wrong. I might be off a little bit, but that I don't know. But she wasn't no poor celebrity, so she can when you got money, you can make money. That old saying, when you got money, it's easy to make money. So Frank, take that into consideration too.
Now check this out. She identifies as a pro-choice feminist and is one of the founding signatories of Time's Up movement against sexual harassment. She criticized the U.S. Supreme Court decision to end federal abortion rights in 2022. She also is an advocate for LGBTQ rights and it's called the Passing the Equality Act, which prohibits discrimination based on sex, sexual orientation, and gender identity. She performed World Pride in New York City at the Stonewall Inn, a gay rights monument, and is donated to LGBTQ Tennessee Equality Project and GLAAD. a supporter of the March for Our Lives movements and gun reform in the U.S. She's a vocal critic of white supremacy, racism, and police brutality. Following the George Floyd protest, she donated to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, the Black Lives Matter movement, called for the removal of Confederate statues and Confederate monuments in Tennessee, and advocated for Juneteenth to become a national holiday. In 2020, Swift urged her fans to check their voter registration ahead of elections, which resulted in 65,000 people registering to vote within 1 day of her post and endorsed Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in U.S. president election. She has criticized former President Trump openly. So that's that on Taylor Swift. So I'm just letting you know that we are dealing with a real live witch on our hands. Yes,
But
sir.
don't forget they say they're gonna use her fan base
Election.
for election to get them to go vote. What did she say? What statement did she say, Bernard?
Taylor Swift is one of them people that say they're going. I think it was her. It was a couple other people that already said it though. If Donald Trump wins, she thinking about leaving the country.
Well, if you make that statement, don't bring your ass back then. That's what I'm saying. Don't bring your ass back.
Hey, look, man.
Don't be trying to get back in when these wars break out in these foreign countries. Don't be trying to call the Trump administration trying to get back in and shit. Stay gone.
And wait a minute. I'm trying to find it. Good. I thought for sure Taylor Swift said that, but let me see if I can find it. Taylor Swift encourages 275 million followers to vote on election day. And Trump stars who vowed to leave America if Trump won. I'll get the fuck out of here. Who is this? Uh-oh. Who is this? I can't find it. I can't find it on that one. Let me go back. Just let you know these people daggone say they leaving. Oh, here it is. They got an article right here. Taylor Swift could save Joe Biden in 2024. No, seriously. Come on, man. This is kind of sad when you really think about it. But that's where we are. All right. Taylor Swift and Nancy Pelosi say they will lead the country if Donald Trump wins. Shit. Hey, Frank, you ain't got no problem with Nancy Pelosi leaving the country, do you, Frank?
You said Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah, Taylor Swift and Nancy Pelosi said they can lead the country if Donald Trump win the election.
Man, who gives a fuck? Man, that shit's it's all lies for one, because they know, look. Like I just said earlier, they know that these people are not going to do nothing for nobody. They know the president can only do so much. These people don't give a fuck about that. And look, the third thing, this shit ain't going to affect these motherfuckers, man. They got money, man. They got status. It's not going to affect them. It'll affect regular motherfuckers like you and me, maybe a little something. Well, the shit that Biden's doing is affect motherfuckers. So you letting all these motherfucking immigrants come to this motherfucker and take our place and just jump right in line and live in our areas and shit and take our, well, I mean, having a job's not really a good thing. I'm not gonna hype that up because it's really like slavery anyway. You work with somebody, which you shouldn't be. But that's another topic. But just as far as being in a society, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta play ball, right? So you gotta make work and make money for your family, especially if you have kids. It's even worse because now they're putting these people and their family above your family. See, we don't look at it like that. And you got this dude Plies, the rapper Plies or something like that.
You saw that, right?
Whack ass motherfucker that haven't made us hit, and I don't even know the last time I've seen the motherfucker anyway on any kind of videos. This motherfucker talking about, you know what I'm saying, caping for these damn immigrants. But see, I think he's probably Haitian himself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to really be careful when it comes down to these motherfuckers. Just because they look like you don't mean they're not immigrants themselves. And two, do we really give, you know, see, that is just they're paying these people because, like I said, you never know when they stop acting, when they turn on and off the acting and shit. You never know when they, you know, when they're celebrities and shit. You never know when they stop, you know what I mean, entertaining. Well, anyway, they probably paid him a good amount to say all that shit and to endorse these people that ain't doing nothing for you anyway, that are just pushing. I mean, the thing is, if somebody's pushing migrants and somebody immigrants and they're pushing abortion, how is that any good for the country? How is that any good for the country you're supposed to be from or live in? How is that good for the country? So you're basically pushing population control on both ends because one, you're pushing more population by letting these immigrants come in and depopulate you or overpopulate you, and for two, with the abortions, you're depopulating the country by pushing these abortions. So you see how they're doing that? Does it make sense what I'm saying? Or no? You see how they're doing it? Why would you be so any kind of candidate that's pushing those things? I'm sorry, but you're not for America. You against America.
All right, let me pull up one more psyop.
You talking about that shooting?
One more psyop that happened. Since I mentioned Taylor Swift, I gotta mention this other psyop. I gotta mention this other psyop, man. This happened during the football game the other day, man. This is some funny shit. Now check this out. Because a lot of people went off about this thing. They were telling you that daggone DeMar Hamlin. All right, Frank. Now this was the Bills and the Chiefs the other day, right? Check this out. We ran a fake punt. Now let's get some audio on that. Let's play this, the real thing.
The Chiefs are going to sniff out this fake punt attempt by DeMar Hamlin and the Buffalo Bills. They kind of know it's coming because you could see right here, Deion Bush, as DeMar Hamlin is moving all around pre-snap, Deion Bush is going to follow. Bush is going to follow. And then as soon as that ball is snapped, Bush launches laterally. Usually don't see that on special teams. Usually it's a lot of north and south. He knew it was coming.
Well, he knew it was coming. And I knew that, and I had been talking about what's DeMar Hamlin gonna play and all this stuff, how much you can do. Now I'm looking at this like this. Couple things went in here, Frank. One year, Taylor Swift at the game, and Travis Kelce put up the hot sign, but it looked like the Illuminati sign when I saw it. Just putting it out there. Number one, number two. The final score of this game, Frank, was 27-24, right?
Go back. What you just said. I think it went over people's head. What you just said. You said he put up the heart sign, right?
Yeah, he put up the heart sign. Yeah. With the Taylor Swift in the booth. Yeah.
So this is the truth hour. They say this is the ages of queries, whatever, all this. Truth telling time. When have you ever seen the heart that's shaped like the heart that they say is supposed to be a heart? Who heart shaped like that? Yeah. So this is the image that they've been portraying to us that's supposed to be the heart image. Of who heart? Don't nobody heart look like that. There's nothing ain't shaped like that, dude.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna pull it up too. That won't even in the playbook, but I'm gonna pull it up. But look, let me bring this up, man. Because a lot of people missed it. Frank, look. I think the Bills are actually favored to win this game. But like I said, the NFL don't mind them winning because the colors of the Super Bowl already Baltimore and San Fran. You look at each other colors. All right. But the NFL would not mind if they let Baltimore lose either so they can get this daggone Swifty broad in there now. Because this the wave they're on. But listen, when I saw this DeMar Hamlin thing, now they hadn't told you about DeMar Hamlin. He fell on the field last year. They ran this fake punt. All right, Frank, the score was 27-24. They were down by 3. DeMar Hamlin number is 3, man. And they end up losing by 3 at the end, 27-24. Come on, this is not funny, man. This was a big script, man. They ran a reduction in the game on us.
You can't make this shit up, man. See, that's what I be telling people, man. It's like,
come on,
these numbers mean everything, man. The numbers mean everything.
And look, matter of fact, when they snapped the ball on the play clock, it was 3 seconds on the play clock, too. Hey, man, I just telling you, man. I just happened to realize it, man. Come on, man. Hold on, man. Can I pull it up on here? Hold on. I gotta pull it up.
A really big play in the game. Both of these teams are so evenly matched. But a 3rd and 5 is a little more than your normal. Normally, the Bills were able to get it down to like 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3, but 3rd and 5 was a little more challenging.
Oh, look at that. That ain't it. I gotta get some audio on this with Tony Romo or somebody like that.
Went downwind with this one. Fake. Hamlin is stopped short. Went downwind with this one. Fake.
They say right here, the NFL script writer thought they were doing something with the DeMar Hamlin fake punt. But I looked at it, man. 3 seconds on the play clock, man. Oh, my God. They put everything up. All right. Just like last night, they had that boy for the 5th episode of Sixers go 70 points. He broke Will Chamberlain's record. And he said that he scored 70 points as a tribute to Kobe Bryant. Well, on January 22nd, 2006, Kobe Bryant scored 81 points. So they bringing out all the scripts and clowns on us. You're right, Monet. This is a clown show. but yeah, Frank, the man number 3 and they lost by 3. So go figure. The number 3 sticking out like a sore thumb again.
Well, I'm telling you.
All right. Now check this out. Chak,
the psyops continue, man.
You now, brother. All right. All right, Chak, here you go.
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
And 2nd down, launch wide open. Kelsey has the touchdown.
Travis Kelce celebrated a touchdown with his girlfriend Taylor.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that hunt. That ain't no damn hunt, Chak. Come on, man. Come on, man. Is that a hunt?
Burnt out.
Chak, can you see that?
I'm really trying to understand what species of being that has a heart that's shaped like that. What a dragon heart? Who heart? Chicken reptilian heart?
Let him keep talking. Maybe they explain it. Let him talk. Let me see.
Swift's signature heart hands.
I live life to the fullest. I try and, spread the love.
The sweet moment went down as the Kansas City Chiefs' Trav's team faced off against the Buffalo Bills during the NFL playoffs.
And there's an interested fan right there.
Yeah, it was a full house in the suites. The singer joined by pals Cara Delevingne and comedian Gerard Carmichael. as well as Travis's fam, Mom Donna, Dad Ed, brother Jason, and his wife Kylie.
I'm just here to have fun.
The real fun started when Trav caught a pass from his teammate Patrick Mahomes and made it to the end zone.
Kelsey has the touchdown.
Yep, that's the tight end blowing a kiss and flashing a heart hand gesture, which fans believe is a nod to his lady love. Why? Because Taylor's done it many times for her fans on stage, like when she performed Fearless during the Eras Tour.
Matter of fact, the Eras Tour is when she made them October 13th,
I would always like
2023.
to keep people on their toes.
Not only is Taylor on her toes, Trav's touchdown had the same impact on big bro Jason. That's the Philadelphia Eagles center, shirtless, clearly not holding back his excitement.
How do you lose him? Oh, there's his brother. Says right on. That's Jason.
And the good vibes only grew stronger when Travis scored his second touchdown.
Gonna go to Kelsey. He's got blockers out there trying to find an opening and a pylon. And they say touchdown.
But get this, as the cameras show their reaction, a commentator accidentally calls Jason Taylor's brother-in-law.
2017, the same score by which Buffalo beat the Chiefs back in December.
There's your brother-in-law right behind you. You could feel the chemistry. It's awesome, man.
While Tay's not married to Travis, at least not yet, we're told the couple is planning for the future. A source opening up to ET that the pair is doing really well. They try to spend as much time as they can together. Travis also makes it a point to make sure Taylor feels as comfortable as possible at his home. They have discussed their future as a couple and are excited at the idea of it.
There are incredible perks that come with this life. There are also really heavy pressures that come with this life, and you just have to try to balance them.
What Travis is focused on? Valentine's Day. Our source adds that he wants to do something fun and special for Taylor.
Loving it.
But before Trav and Tay celebrate the Day of Love, the NFL star might be heading to the Super Bowl. After beating the Bills 27-24, the Chiefs are taking on the Baltimore Ravens next Sunday, the last match before the big game on February 11th.
Honestly, it makes you want to go and be the team of the year next year, man. We have so much fun in Kansas City.
Here's hoping Trav's team makes it to the
Wow. Taylor Swift. Wow. Swiftly Taylor.
What you think? Now look, Chak, you're right. That ain't no damn hype, man.
The hypeness brought up, man.
They love this thing. And look, y'all think I'm joking, man. Y'all think I'm joking. Now look, this is the last one I'm gonna play. I don't want to play funny.
This was the scene as Taylor's alleged stalker was arrested by the NYPD just outside of her Tribeca apartment. Page 6 reports the man has been casing the building for weeks, acting sometimes unruly, sometimes catatonic. TMZ reports he was arrested on an unrelated warrant, but scary run-ins have become all too common. Drew, Rihanna, Billy, Travis, and Pete are all recent targets of what TMZ calls a burgeoning epidemic.
It's like an indescribable feeling of anxiety. And every noise that you hear in the middle of the night, you're just terrified about.
Tonight on Fox, TMZ dives deeper into this terrifying world with TMZ Investigates, the obsessed and dangerous Hollywood's stalker crisis. And we're joined by Harvey Levin right now. Harvey,
Now, do you really think that dude was Chak? Come on, man.
Ryan. You see that they lied because he got arrested over a warrant. Why are they trying to make it seem like he got arrested because he was a stock seed? A warrant is different, bro. A warrant is totally different. A warrant, you didn't show up to court or some shit, and you got a warrant out for your arrest. You get arrested for that. They take you in for that. Not
Hey,
See, why they
boy.
say that? Oh, was he stalking her or not? These motherfuckers, dude, I don't. That's why I be telling y'all. I do not fuck with that news, bro.
Come
That
on,
shit is
man.
deadly, man. Propaganda.
Y'all really think this motherfucker stalking
And you notice they're all white. The celebrities are all European, right? That they said that they get stalked.
Second down.
Hey, the fact that we talking about it, they winning.
Man, I know.
Yep.
No, but we just saying that, come on, man, ain't nobody believing this nonsense, but the veil has been lifted. But like I said, Shaq, I do agree with you on what you just said. The daggone, that ain't no damn heart.
But they've been giving us the heart image. That's the image of a heart for years. Valentine's Day coming up. Now you know when Mid-Atlantic say what that's the image of, a silhouette of.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
What's that? Asshole.
You better know it.
That is what that is, huh?
Nice New Hampshire primary proving to be your.
All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the good stuff or the funny shit.
Repeat of what happened last week in the Iowa caucuses. Fox 5 Sharon Crowley joins us now live in studio with the latest out of New Hampshire. Sharon.
That's right, Steve. New Hampshire voters handily giving frontrunner former President Donald Trump a victory tonight, setting the stage for a rematch between Trump and President Biden. The win, of course, a blow to former South Carolina governor and UN Ambassador Nikki Haley's campaign, who she said tonight, though, she is not giving up. But first, you'll hear from the former president who took the stage in Nashua just a few minutes ago.
I want to thank everybody. This is a fantastic state.
Republican frontrunner Donald Trump holding on to his commanding lead, winning the New Hampshire Republican primary. His victory coming after his decisive win in Iowa. It also brings him closer to getting the party nomination and a rematch with President Biden.
We've won almost every single poll in the last 3 months against crooked Joe Biden. Almost every poll.
Former South Carolina governor and UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, the loser in this two-person race. She focused on courting independents who are allowed to vote in the Republican primary in New Hampshire.
Now we're the last one standing next to Donald Trump.
Despite coming in third in Iowa and this loss in New Hampshire, Haley says her campaign will move on to the next race.
New Hampshire is first in the nation. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go. And the next one is my sweet state of South Carolina.
Political analyst David Birdsell says the margin of Haley's defeat and who ended up voting for her may provide insight into the campaign going forward.
You can't win a presidency with Republican votes alone, much less core Republican MAGA voters. You've got to be able to reach a wider audience, both within the party and across party lines, to reach independents and perhaps some relatively more conservative or at least disaffected.
Hey, you know, this time of year, we all keep getting pinged with political fundraising asks. But here's the thing. Giving $5 or $10, whatever you can, to Joe Biden's campaign makes a real difference. Can you pitch in and get $5 right now? I know Joe will appreciate it.
Thanks. See, pause it for a second. See, this is what I'm talking about. Pause it for a second real quick. Let me say something real quick. Look at this lady. This lady looks weird, bro. She look weird. She looks like a Street Fighter 2 character. What's that one character and shit? That bitch crazy looking, bro. Anyway, her, what's his name? What's her name? The black lady, or with that blonde wig or wig, whatever. That shit is weird. That bitch does not look right with that shit on. But anyway, look, see, my bad. They're talking all this shit, right? They're using people, bro. It's just like how they was asking money for the Maui fire. Why are you asking money? Why are you asking? But see, they know that we're the cash cow. They know that we're ignorantly giving up our taxpayer money every fucking week and shit, every week right, to these motherfuckers. So they figure, shit, hell, you know what I'm saying? Why not ask these motherfuckers for donations and shit? Because they're giving all fucking everything that they own to us anyway. But see, that right there is a scam. You know what I'm saying? They see y'all billionaires, you know what I'm saying? Probably damn near shit. Joe Biden, you never know. You're probably close to a billionaire, and y'all asking us for money for y'all, but you already have lobbyists. You already have the special interest groups paying for your fucking campaign, but you want us to pay for that shit too. You want to see they be using us, man. You know, Joe Biden is not having no problem with this campaign financially, bro. But see, they just want to skim off the top. Because look, if Joe Biden loses, he gets to keep a certain percentage of that money. You know what I'm saying? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Either he loses or drops out.
Hey, that's a total slap in the face too, because this administration took the money away that the last administration allocated for the American people, dude. They took that money away, man. Locking people up. That money was the American people's money. That administration, Trump administration, signed into order for them to give us money. Right? What did they do when they first came in? Got in there.
Talking about the stimulus, right?
You were supposed to get more than that. Yeah. They started shortening on the stimulus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they started to put all type of rules and regulations up on being able to get the stimulus and these PPP stuff, right? Then they allowed companies to unlawfully inflate their prices, allegedly. You know. Then he inflated the what's the name? Then he started what? Sending money to Ukraine out of the country. Everything went up.
Everything went up. Ooh, inflation
So
hit.
as soon as we start getting the stimulus, if you notice, as soon as they start giving out the stimulus, everything went up. They start to raise price. They raised the tax rate. The mortgages and stuff went up. Everything went up. Then they started to lock people up for taking the money. And this is the administration you want to vote back in there? Shame on you. Shame on you.
Well, I be damned. Well, let me pull this up. Shame on them, because they about to talk about some wild shit here.
Election night in the Trump era, basically the same trends pertain. And again tonight, like, Haley is now the proxy for the anti-Trump vote. Like, where is she doing well? Well, she's overperforming in places with high degrees of college attainment and in denser areas, right?
Yeah.
Those have been, when you control for other demographics, those are, and she's clobbering him where Dartmouth is, of course, and she's getting clobbered in Berlin, you know, in the north, in these industrial places and rural places. We have seen this time and time again. Here's the thing about this. Donald Trump is a uniquely polarizing figure in American politics and has been from the beginning. And sometimes in certain contexts, like a Republican primary, that polarization cleaves such that he wins more voters off the polarization than he loses on it. At a national level, it has always lost him more voters than it's gained, which is why he lost the popular vote to Hillary Clinton, but pulled off the Electoral College trade. In certain states, it's worked for him, like in Missouri in the 2018 Senate race, where his polarization absolutely got Josh Hawley elected. The math worked in Missouri. It didn't work at the national level in 2020. It didn't work at a congressional level in 2022. It's back to working in a Republican primary. But the same dynamic is there, and the math is clear as day, staring you in the face when you look at that board there, when he's losing independents by 40 points and winning Republicans by 50, it's the same math.
But Chris, it's that math is also why the Biden White House is happy to let Nikki Haley stay in this fight.
Sure.
Let Donald Trump sink his money into her, sink his attacks against her, because they look at the math and say, at the end of the day, she can stay in this for a while, but we're still going to be running against Donald Trump. Let her bruise him. Let her empty his bank account, and then we'll take a look at him this summer.
Let me put up one of the exit polls we haven't talked about yet. Do you guys have this fitness exit poll? Let me put this up there. And this is comparing between Iowa and New Hampshire. The question here is, if Trump is convicted, is he fit to be president? Iowa electorate and the Iowa Republican caucuses last week, 65% of them said if Trump is convicted, he's still fit to be president. But nearly a third, 31%, said if he's convicted, he is not fit to be president. I mean, that is an Iowa caucus that Donald Trump won by 30 points, and still nearly a third of the people who turned out in that caucus said if he's convicted, I'm out. Look at New Hampshire tonight. 44% of New Hampshire voters saying if he is convicted, I am out. Yeah. And he may be winning by double digits in New Hampshire, and it may be something that makes him feel warm and toasty inside, because this had a lot of, independents and even Democratic leaning independents in the electorate. But if 44% of the people who turned out in an electorate, maybe they did give him a double digit lead, are out if he gets convicted. There you go. But then it means the rapture option needs to be alive until the very last minute.
And why a Nikki Haley or even a Ron DeSantis didn't want to come straight for Trump and attack him, because if they do, that's attacking his voters. So if she just mildly attacks him, she's not kicking his voters out of bed. But if he gets nabbed by the government, she can say, like, remember, it's me. It wasn't that me.
Right. That's always been the
How
strategy.
do you do that in a two-person race? I mean, the pressure is going to be extreme.
He's making it easy for her when he mistakes her for Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, but you're talking about it from Nikki Haley's vantage point. I think you're not really the MAGA base, which already doesn't like Nikki Haley and everything she represents, from her heritage to her corporate ties to her sort of rhino-esque impression that she's left, I think, on some of the field, is going to hate her even more if she is the thing standing between Donald Trump and the nomination. And that level of rage is going to go through the roof. I mean,
the level of rage, the problem is it's a ping pong, right? It's attached to a cord that keeps hitting Donald Trump in the face. To Griffith's point, is that every time he hits her in a way that just happens to remind whatever independents are left out there that can't decide. He is constantly reminding people of why he is unacceptable to so many people.
Can I just say one last thing? Yeah. Just the end of this race was the most perfect distillation of the Donald Trump versus the rest of the field, which is that he closed on two messages. This disgusting birtherism and racist nickname about her. And she wants to cut Social Security in Iowa. And it was just like, you could not produce a more succinct articulation of why Donald Trump has wrenched this party away from the people who used to run it.
Right.
That's what they want, those two things.
All right. So what's going on is they try and say you use that birtherism comment about Nikki Haley. That's one thing I said. Come on, man, cut this stuff out, man. There we go again with that nonsense.
I mean, she's Indian. Isn't she from India or something? Or people from India?
Well, yeah, they're Indian immigrants. Yes.
Then what's the problem?
Because
Frank, all these people, man. All these people are first generation immigrants. Trump, Biden, all these niggas are first generation immigrants, dog. All of them. All of them that's in so-called government and positions of leadership. I don't say leadership, positions of influence. On from the Rothschilds, all of them are first class, first generation immigrants, dog. They had to be naturalized, yo, and became citizens of the United States. Allegedly.
Man, allegedly.
Now look, another reason why we wasn't citizens of the United States, because we were indigenous people, the Aboriginal people to this land. That was a foreign government that came and implemented itself on this soil. So naturally, we weren't citizens per se, but as the government grew and other organizations, agencies and stuff like Social Security, birth certificate, voting, that was another reason how we got to be citizenship. Joining the military, that's how you get citizenship. But see, they don't talk about these things. Anything you register for, you're putting yourself into a system. That's why we had that. That's why the people had the Voter Rights Act and the Civil Rights, because us as the so-called Americans, Indians, Negroes, so-called black, were not citizens of this United States corporation.
That's a fact.
It says it in the Constitution that Indians are not supposed to be taxed. That's the status. So it makes more sense now for them to try to push in schools, education, college curriculums about this race thing, about you being a certain race, so you can be what? Marginalized.
Right? Makes sense.
Makes perfect sense, man. It's a divide. It makes a perfect sense. Because people was not called this stuff back in the day. So you can go check censuses what people was identified as.
I was diagnosed with skin cancer last
We wasn't
year.
we wasn't no damn black. You know, that shit's some new shit.
Well, there are new numbers in now from the.
Hey, Shaq.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm about to come to your health stuff, baby. We gotta talk about it, baby. Shaq, you gotta talk about this. They say Martin Luther King Jr. With son died yesterday of prostate cancer. I told Shaq this prostate cancer thing coming up. Now check this out. I just pulled up something from 11 days ago. See, I like when me and Shaq talk about this prostate cancer because I said to Shaq, who in the hell has talked about prostate cancer that much in the last? They'll never talk about it. All right, what it happened?
Didn't old boy have it too? Didn't the dude from the Senate, the dude in Congress or Senate or something that had it? Yeah. Remember he hit it?
What's the dude's name? It's the Pentagon guy. Cancer rates jumping for young people, 85,000 Americans, 15 to 39.
Whoa.
Check, here go another article. Doctors warn a spike in colon cancer rates. Okay. All right. This page right here, I'm looking at Chak, got a whole lot of shit on this motherfucker. But I'm going to pull the first one up. They also got a little sidebar on here. 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans found dead in friend's basement or house or something. And number 3 again. But let's play this. Cancer rates rise among young adults. Shaq, is it in the food? Is it in there? I was listening to Dr. Lean earlier tonight, and he said that wasn't real snow. That snow had radioactive material in there that came down last week. Go figure. Now,
National Cancer Institute, and they show cancer's hitting more and more young adults in the United States. The diagnosis rate in people that are under 50 has jumped nearly 13% from the year 2000 when it was around 96 cases.
Damn, Shaq. 13% since 2000. What happened?
I think it's the food.
Could be.
All right. More processed. Shit is processed like a mug, man.
This is per 100,000 people, and now up to 108 cases by the year 2019. Let's bring in from the American College of Preventive Medicine, Region at Large, and public health physician Dr. Chris Purnell to talk a little bit more about this. And first on the why, what would you say is that why are we seeing this more and more in the news and now in the data?
You know, Connell, we don't have an exact answer, but we have suspicions or ideas about what might be driving this increase in early onset cancers. We know that in North America, in Western Europe, and also in Australia, we're seeing a rise that might be linked to less physical activity, so more sedentary lifestyles, a diet that's high on ultra-processed foods, and perhaps there's something.
Now, wait a minute now. Hold the hell up, Shaq. Wait a minute. Did we not say that before? Have we not said that?
Didn't I just say that right now?
You did say it, Frank. Come think about it. Yeah, you said it too.
Let's go.
But stop serving the processed food. Shut that shit. I ain't gonna shut that shit down. We're always trying to be funny with the menthol cigarettes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cute to say processed food. That's cute. That's a cute way of moving away from saying chemical processed food. That's cute. That's cute.
Right.
That's cute.
Hey, at least you said it, Jack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now,
what are they gonna do about the processed food? Nothing, right?
Keep making it. Goddamn, what the hell you talking about?
Keep having them. You keep having these motherfucking big corporations, keep pushing this shit out every day.
Yeah. I passed Popeyes earlier tonight. That shit was packed. Shit, they keep making it, motherfucker. The hell you talking about?
Man.
But you want them to stop? Shit. You want them to stop killing you? You want them to keep killing you? Which one you want?
Damn, yo.
In the environment, there is some toxin that people are being exposed to that has contributed to this rise in early onset cancers.
Now, what to do about it? I mean, are we getting it right where we are on ages in terms of where women
with the screen
should be getting mammograms, where people in general should be getting colonoscopies? I mean, I think, down to 45, right on that. I mean, that's something people should be looking at. Should it even go lower than that, do you think? Or what do we do about this?
We have to remain vigilant around the data, and we have to look through a health equity lens. What we know is that certain populations across different racial and ethnic groups bear a disproportionate burden of the risk. We see colorectal cancers being evidenced at earlier ages in the African American population, so that pushing that age limit back down to 45 really has been helpful, and perhaps we may even go lower. There were a lot of
debates. You notice they never say why.
The mammogram age, and right now
they never say why.
Is 40, so
because
we are
targeted.
Following the data trend.
Right. Yeah, I know Michael Strahan made a lot of news on Good Morning America with his daughter and the appearance that he made
genocide,
earlier in the week. Now his daughter Isabella, this People.com headline, she is freezing her eggs. Is maybe something other, that people are thinking more and more about as well. She's only 19 years old, but brain tumors.
Wait a minute, man. Hold it. Oh my God. She freezing her eggs at the brain tumor surgery. What the hell?
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh my God.
What is she trying to say? If she dies, they could save her eggs and she can have kids still? Well, I don't get it.
Of course, baby.
That's exactly what that is, huh?
Body snatchers, baby.
This is crazy shit that we going through, man. But let them keep coming. Hey, Shaq, let me tell you something. You know what I realized, Shaq? I just want to point this out. We done talked about a whole lot of stuff already tonight, right? We done talked about Taylor Swift. We done talked about Nikki Haley and all this other stuff, right? The minute we thought we talked about citizenship and all that, I realized one thing. The minute I started playing the video, the screen started messing up. Anybody realize that?
Yeah, I just told you. I said they messing with the screen.
They must not like you talk about that type of information.
There's some clever bastards, man.
Well, allegedly, one of the reasons why they always got us high on the numbers for these cancers and diseases and stuff is because more often than none, our traits and tendencies, they study our traits and tendencies, right? Allegedly, they say, and this is some old study they used to have, that we have a higher, especially so-called black female, have a higher pain threshold. So that means we could take more pain, we could take more before it's time for us to go get the proper treatment. So a lot of times we don't get treated in the right amount of time because we already outside of the time we should have been preventative treatment or help or consultation with a hair care manager or professional. So by the time we go and get checked, and now we can mind you, some of these people are going, they got a primary care doctor, but they ain't checking for these things. They're not sending these tests out and telling you, well, look, we know the numbers are rising up, so we recommend that every 6 months, you know what I'm saying, every 6 months you come in and get a colonoscopy check, or you need to check your pollens, you know what I'm saying, for your prostate, proctologist, you know what I'm saying, check you for heart disease, check you for, you know what I'm saying, preventative health care. So oftentimes it's late, stage 3, stage 4, by the time, you know what I'm saying, we get the, it's a notice, you know what I'm saying, on our health charts. All the time it's late, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then they've been studying us once again long enough to know what can harm us. Because it's mighty funny that other people do eat these same products, but why they not having the same results?
Man.
Make sense of that. Make some sense of that. Other people eat these same products, then why their numbers ain't as high as ours? especially if we the lowest so-called racial group in this country, why our numbers are always high? That's an agenda, man, and it's a target group of people. We're being targeted, dog. But now listen, chemical, the words and thoughts that coming out my mouth are not the opinion expressed on this channel.
Man, respect.
Oh yeah, well, you know, it is what
These
it
are
is.
my opinions. These are my thoughts. But
it's sad that we gotta be like that, though, man.
All right, well,
it's right in our face, man.
Yeah, because
Because
you could say, you could say, and we could disrespect each other and call each other that all day on here, but nothing will happen. Or you could even have somebody call you the N-word. But let you say something about some Creed people or something like that, or something like some kind of like bullshit, then it's a wrap. Then it's hate speech. See that? Then that says a lot right there, though.
I'm going to play that in a minute.
Surgeries you see there. It's a tough situation for a lot of people. She's only 19.
Very, very tragic. My heart and my prayers go out to her. But again, this just resonates so broadly across the field around why are we seeing a spike in cancers in folks who are under the ages of 50. While brain cancer are not the types of cancers that we're seeing the brunt of increase in, we are paying attention to gastrointestinal cancers, to breast cancers, pancreatic cancers, and even uterine cancers.
Last thing is a different topic. We'll have one question about it. It was a story that came out early in the week. There's a movement in California to ban youth tackle football, right, for young people, for kids. And, I'm just curious from a health perspective on that. I mean, how dangerous do you think it is? Is it something that should actually be outlawed? What's your doctor's view on it?
So we in public health have been sounding the alarm about this in the last several years because of the accumulating data. The CDC has come out with a very strong recommendation and advisory that those under the age of 14 should not participate in tackle football, should rather do flag football because of the risk of repeated head injuries or trauma and how that might impact behavioral changes, the incidence of things like anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation.
That's the most smartest thing I've ever heard these people say.
In life, like CTE.
Yes, we've seen so much with professional players. Dr. Chris Purnell, thank you. We'll be right back.
That's actually, it's not surprising, but hey.
That was the most intelligent, most progressive thing that I've ever heard these pundits say. I agree with that.
But look, let me say this, though. Let me say this. You talk about getting rid of some tackle football when some people trying to get their son to go to that daggone NFL, you have a problem in your goddamn hand.
But no, she said for children under the age of 14.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's I think that's, because you still got development, brain development. You still got a lot of growth and stuff that they got to grow into. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, because some of the kids be playing tackle football at the age of 7.
Yeah.
All right, let me play this now. Frank, I'm going to play this thing on Martin Luther King Jr.'s son in a second, but let me play this part because let me say something. I'm going to throw him off a little bit. We're going to play this little game. We're going to play that little game. You know what I'm saying?
The level of anti-Semitism on our college campuses is unacceptable. Nearly 3/4 of university students who we surveyed indicated that they have experienced or witnessed firsthand anti-Jewish hate on campus since the start of this fall semester. Our students don't feel safe.
Since October 7th on my campus, we've seen our fair share of rise in anti-Semitism. Mostly that's taken the form of rallies and graffiti, especially through sidewalk chalk used to share slurs and hate speech against Jewish students.
I want my students to be safe and proud to be publicly out as Jewish and committed to the Jewish homeland. I don't want them to fear penalization or any kind of negative consequence.
So yes, I'm saying that's a race. I didn't know that.
Hold on.
Africans are from Africa, so are they? I don't get what's going on.
They actually violate other people's rights.
These motherfuckers, man.
They want you to submit
that's why I'm telling people
to their culture. They want you. Hold on, man.
telling people about this shit, man. I'm telling
Hey,
you,
come
man.
on, man. It's not funny,
Hold on.
man.
They're white. So let's just say that Jews are white. Let's just say that.
They want you to what? They want you to disown your cultural beliefs, right? Your upbringings, your social and economic beliefs and stuff, and take up theirs. What?
Wow.
Huh?
That is so funny, Shaq. They just pulled a switcheroo on us. But look, let me let them keep talking because I'm gonna let them burn and say, Shaq. Now, Frank, this is for you actually, because you're the one that said, you know, if we all talk about certain issues and stuff like that, they'll do this and that, right? So I said, you know what? Let's switch them up a little bit. We'll get off the camp thing. But when we come back to it, though, we're gonna talk about y'all bastards right now. Y'all set this up with these dumbass stuff y'all
The
doing.
Creed people, they're white. Let's just call them the white Creed
Participation in teams and clubs.
While walking to class, I'm often greeted by chants of "From the river to the sea" or "Globalize the Intifada." I am then forced to decide: do I keep my head down and run to class, or do I hold fast to my morals and risk a dangerous confrontation? The Jewish community's anxiety has been exacerbated when just last week, a sticker proclaiming "Long live the Palestinian armed resistance" was put up in the Hillel building, a space that, for us, symbolizes safety and community. Such interactions of hostility and extremism have become regular on campus. Not on my campus.
Not on my campus.
As CEO of ADL and as the father of 2 college students myself, I'm calling for no tolerance for anti-Semitism, and not on my campus.
Where's the proof? Where's the proof that they was really? Where's the proof?
Let me say something. Stop the damn press. Stop the damn press. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Number one.
We need to study for
they
reparations.
just came out and told you. Dr. Lean put it earlier. 95% of people in Gaza are starving, and 65,000 people, I think, in Palestine been killed, in Gaza been killed. They ain't even telling you that, okay? Just pay attention. So they are running a major game on people, okay? They're not telling you the easiest way to get rid of people is starve people out. In Italy, in other places, they are trying to tell the farmers, you cannot farm no more. You ain't making no daggone food. We only making Bill Gates food. Come on, man.
Right.
Yeah. And also, they set themselves up for reparations too, dude. As you can see the play. Oh, we've been discriminated against. It's anti-Semitic. It's anti-this hate. It's anti-this hate. We need reparations, man. We need to be compensated for
They're gonna get some money for this shit, you know.
Oh, you know, it's a setup. It's a setup. They set themselves up. They land the footing, the grounding, putting the groundwork in for.
They already getting the money.
And you notice, you see.
Well, they double dipping. They finna double and triple dip. Shit.
You seen Dude.
Yes,
you seen Dude had
Davos to raise awareness.
Yeah, fraternity shirt on. Y'all seen that? He had a fraternity shirt on.
Wait a minute. Now, I gotta break this down for purposes. The World Economic Forum this week, I played some of it on my show. Me and Shaq played it last week. Now, wait a minute now. But I guarantee you didn't know Mr. Jonathan Greenblatt was at the World Economic Forum too. Hey there! At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. How nice. So that means that they can't be with the policy that WEF is pushing. The WEF said free speech is the number one thing they need to stop.
Wow.
So when Greenblatt tells you that he's forced, he not about no sense that he's a damn liar. You know he's a damn liar. But let him talk. You don't see him. He's at the World Economic Forum. I'm joking.
About that issue and how it's being addressed. Speaking a lot of folks on the sidelines, going to be taking part in a panel soon. Jonathan Greenblatt, Anti-Defamation League CEO and National Director. I want to thank you for joining us. It is a topic, though, that really, I mean, Alex has been the most public, outspoken person here on this topic. Actually, most of it sort of goes on behind the scenes. There's been a lot of private things that people have been talking about, but you know, with the exception of what you're doing on stage later, it's not on the agenda.
Yeah, look,
and yet it's been on the agenda that we've had on Squawk and in the American discourse, and in Europe and elsewhere too. But oddly, not here. What do you think's happening?
I think it's strange. I mean, extremism and hate, as we know, affect markets. They affect your employees. They affect your customers. They affect how you operate. And anti-Semitism right now is the most virulent strain of this hate.
Okay, but here's the question.
Right,
So
what
I
is
was
this,
with the CEO yesterday, and the CEO had been approached about what can you do to help?
Yeah.
What can you do to help?
Yeah.
And he's saying to me, well, I'm thinking about what can I do to help, but and he's Jewish, wants to help, wants to figure out what kind of pressure could be applied, but is so scared to speak out publicly or to do something even privately that could therefore become public and either offend his customer base or potentially affect his employee base.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this issue, which I think I would imagine shouldn't be a politically polarizing one, around getting hostages back, somehow is. Explain it.
I mean, look, hatred of Jews is a universal problem, and it demands a universal response. Now, look, there are bad actors who are trying to say what Israel is doing in the Middle East is the cause of anti-Semitism. But that's baloney. We have seen an explosion of anti-Jewish hate, and it didn't start after the Israelis went into Gaza. It started on October the 7th. We've seen staggering acts of harassment and violent violence. By the way, not just in America, but in England, in France, in
First of all, the average person don't know what a goddamn Jew look like anyway, and what a Jew is. The average person on the job at college don't know what a Jew is.
Go
He
out
lies.
far enough left.
Right, if they're just white people, how would you know?
Campuses, or you
How would you know who's a Jew if they're white
whatever, wherever you, and you
No,
get to some
nobody know what it is unless they
oppressed-
identify themselves. You
apartheid
don't know. Anybody walking up to somebody saying, "Are you
analogies. You
Jewish?"
get to that point,
Did
and
you
in Davos, you're
from Israel?
surprised.
Did you
These
come
are
from
the
Germany?
wait a second. But
Everybody
these are the biggest globalist
doing
elitists
that.
in the world. Of course, they're going to be. If you get woke enough, you gotta be.
I don't agree with the
what
strictly
happened?
woke thing, because the other thing is there's also these skinheads on the other side.
You always bring that up, but
I
those
bring it
have
up
not
because
been. Those have
Come
not
on.
been.
The truth is, in the last 90 days, it has been anti-Israel,
For
radical
every skinhead, there's
anti-Zionist.
100,000 kids on college campuses that have
But
been
wait a
fed
second.
this crap.
But Joe, the reality is that it is those right-wing extremists who were shooting and murdering Jews in Pittsburgh, in Poway, across Europe.
Of course, I'm not.
So look,
in
let's
any
just
way-
acknowledge. Let's acknowledge it's not just right, left. It's right and wrong.
Because you've occupied the left
Ain't
so
no right and
comfortably
wrong. Y'all
for
want to be
long.
right and everybody else wrong. That's what it is. You don't ever bring up all these Jewish priests, nigga. They ripping off boys' booties.
The others actually shooting cops, and that's a
These
major
crackers don't ever
difference.
bring up these fucking priests that been ripping off these little boys' booties.
What
You
is the
don't
white
bring
dude-
that up, man. You don't
What is the
bring
other-
up Israel or Jewish crimes that they commit against atrocities they commit against them
Yeah.
and other people.
The
They commit
Ethiopians?
crimes and atrocities against themselves through each other.
That's true.
And then they try to blame it on everybody else, like everybody else is hating them. No, that's your own people. Y'all fighting for power in your own, what's the name? Within your own social group. It ain't us attacking them.
Just like the
Stop
Mexicans,
it.
just like the people across the border, the same thing. They want you to give you sympathy and empathy and shit for this and that, man. But it's really it's their own. Like, look at how they do their own people, dog. They be putting their own people in barrels and burning burning them alive and cutting off their heads. It's like they want us to give me sympathy and empathy, but dude, I mean, not trying to be funny, not all of them are like that. But I mean, look how they treat each other, bro. We see they don't talk about how they treat each other. The people across the border, how they treat each other. They're just talking about how mean and all this government treats them. It's
Look here, man.
interesting,
Frank,
bro.
not to cut you, Frank. The average person don't know what a Jewish person is and what it is. They don't even know what it is. We don't know if it's a religion, a social group. Land, he said Jewish land. Where's Jewish land?
Where's Jewish land?
Educate me, brother. See, all these words he entering into the lexicon and putting out in the universe because that's what they do. They're tricksters with the words, spelling. He's spellbinding right now and trying to put people back to sleep.
Play on words.
Walk in. Yeah, Jewish land, anti-Semitism. Anti-what? Oh, because I say I'm so-called American, Indian. Oh, say because I say I'm a Hebrew or a Hebrew Israelite, that's anti-you? Watch the language and the verbiage, dog. When you self-identify, they automatically get intimidated and feel like they are the victim.
It's not anti. It's never anti them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, they actually anti everybody else.
Is
To be honest, the reason why he said globally, worldwide. So how is it worldwide, this so-called little group, they keep saying they got such a small group, but why worldwide you claim everybody is anti-y'all? Seems like you anti-everybody else.
They don't have skinheads everywhere. They try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they try to make it seem like, he talking about, France and all this. Okay, what's happening over there in France then? And then they're ready to react over there. We react different than they react. You see what I'm saying? Their political issues are different than our political issues. You know what I'm saying? There might be some like poverty and stuff like that are universal, but it's just they just generalize it too much, dude. They're generalizing
They
it
can call
so
people
much.
names. They can call you names and openly subject you to some type of terrorist type of act. You know what I'm saying?
You can't
with no recourse. I ain't never heard not one of these motherfuckers apologize to nothing, nobody that they either offended, defamed, been discriminative to. I ain't never heard this nigga come out and apologize. Not once. But they talking so voicefully, so forcefully on the issues that they claim that's troubling them.
That's a good
and
point.
stifling their growth. It's amazing.
Good ass point.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
All right, let him keep talking.
It is appalling the way these universities have turned a blind eye to this.
Why isn't it being discussed in Davos then? What's your reason?
You know,
It's
this is
not
the
that you go
panel
far
that
enough
I'm
left, it's
doing.
an oppressor oppressed.
Look, like most of these CEOs are not like woke activists, Joe.
Why are they scared to talk, Andrew? They're gonna. It's gonna.
They're scared to talk because they have Palestinian employees who they think are going to go after them. They
and
have
he's being funny and trying to be
Palestinian
employees are not Hamas. You know that's the term that
No,
we
it
use.
actually goes to just how anti-Semitic
This is the
They're
deal.
the
disrespecting
world
y'all at the
is.
same time,
That's
dog.
what it's about.
This is the reality that this Hamas logic is rooted in anti-Jewish hate that plays on all these tropes that have been on for a long time. And yeah, I think some of these chief executives are afraid because they don't know what to do. But here's what you do. Leadership means you lead.
Well, you heard Karp. And he
Alex
obviously not
is
worried.
amazing. And we need more. Albert Bourla has been great. We need more executives, you know. Now, Jeff Sonnenfeld would tell you a lot of them are doing good stuff. But being out in front like Alex is
But they don't want anyone to know behind the scenes.
I bet them people be named. I bet they just so happen to
not
be
offending not just how many anti-Semitic people there are in the world, but a number of countries and the leaders that are here that the World Economic Forum is trying to bring here. Of course, there's lots of also, I'm told, behind-the-scenes conversations happening with the Qataris, who are probably the most powerful and influential in the discussion about getting
But Russia's
these
not allowed
hostages
here
back.
because of Ukraine.
Russia's not here. I think it's shameful. The Iranian foreign minister was here and he didn't get pressed on this. The truth is that we have a terrible crisis right now in the Middle East. We need those hostages to come home yesterday. Today's the 104th day they've been held in captivity in these tunnels. Billions of dollars went into these tunnels. They have a network overseas.
Hold on. These motherfuckers are still, the hostages are still over there. Oh, come on. See, this, I don't believe this shit. So they did all this shit, and we're going to stop this shit for fucking Christmas and all that shit. Why they do all that for if the hostages are still over there?
Hey, but
we're gonna pause this shit. We're gonna have a fucking 4-day fucking, ceasefire and all this shit. Then where's the hostages at then, man? And then why are they still not fighting for the hostages right now?
What's the date on this video, Bernard?
This was last week.
Okay, what happened last week or the week before? Why he ain't talking about these tunnels they found with all this nefarious things that was going on inside these tunnels?
Ain't gonna talk about that.
Ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
How come nobody's asking? So they're not supposed to do that. They're the
asking.
media. Just like this white dude trying to antagonize him, but it's all staged and shit.
You know it.
I'm saying he ain't really going against
But
this dude.
he talking a lot though.
Who, the white dude, huh?
Yeah. As usual.
Hey, look.
But see,
I gotta say
he's a
one thing.
conservative. That's a conservative white boy. Don't just because he's from CBS, down from CBS don't mean nothing. Because look, what's his name? Look at the CBS motherfucking president. I don't know if he still is, but it was Les Moonves. Les Moonves conservative values, and he was accused of doing some sexual stuff to his employees. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised. CBS is they are kind of grimy too. You know what I'm saying? They got a grimy, shady history. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying this. No matter which way it go, I'm looking at it like he over there in Davos. That let you know He got his hand fully on the scale, brother.
Right.
Let me get the clown continue.
I just trip off when they say these stats. Where's these stats at? They don't show you none of this
These
shit.
are NGOs in Europe and America who promote this myth, this lie that Israel is committing genocide. It's disgusting. And we have Jewish people getting attacked in broad daylight. This needs to change.
How can you prove they're
I want to
not?
put more of this on the agenda and hope
they're
that
not
this is a
doing
start.
that?
Biden administration, grade.
Well, look, it's still a work in progress. The semester isn't over yet. I'm glad they released the national strategy. I'm glad Biden's been strong on Israel.
For everyone who's strong, there's someone who says that the bloodshed's got to end now. Right?
Look, let's be clear. The death of innocents is terrible. But the truth is, this started with Hamas. This can end with Hamas. If they return the hostages today,
okay,
the Red Sea and what we're seeing there.
That means they still got whoa.
It just
This
is about Iran. This is not about Palestinian nationalism. It's about Iran that wants to exert control and spread its influence. That's what this is.
Okay,
The Houthi flag, you know what it says? It says on it, it's got 4 lines. It says death to America, death to Israel, curse the Jews, Allah is great.
Let me ask you a very political question, but it relates to this.
Fire away.
We've been talking all morning about whether the conventional wisdom here in Davos is that former President Trump becomes the president next year. That's sort of now almost becoming baked into the cake. Whether that's a contrarian signal, given that Davos is often wrong, maybe something else. But do you? And we talked to Jamie Dimon about which president would be better for the country. On your specific issue around what you do for a living, who do you think would be better president?
Political.
Look, President Trump did some things around Israel that were incontrovertibly good, like the Abraham Accords was an amazing achievement. Moving the embassy was very positive, and he did some things that were really bad, like welcoming white.
It's a microcosm of the conversation we just had. You got the Charlottesville skinheads, but he's probably a better friend to Israel in general.
Let the man answer the question.
But you know, as I understand it, Biden's popularity is higher than Trump's in Israel today because he's been so good on this. Look, at the end of the day, what I've got to hope is that some degree of common sense prevails. But what I'm hearing from CEOs here is they're all doing the scenario planning now about Trump winning. That's what I've heard from several European chief executives.
But what's your answer?
That's why I answer, because he's not going to give you an answer.
It isn't yes and no. I hope for the best and the worst.
Jonathan.
The Abraham Accords were
This is why the attack happened, because the Iranians wanted Hamas to break up the possibility of Israel and Saudi normalizing, which would have been, by the way, the surest bet for a peaceful resolution of the conflict in a Palestinian state.
I mean, Biden's in a tough place. He's got people in his administration that are mad at how pro-Israel, and it so hasn't been.
That's true too. James Baker wasn't a big fan of Israel when he was the chief of staff of the White House. Let's be honest. Again, you see this on both sides, Joe. But Joe Biden has been rock solid over the last.
There's good people on both sides.
Well done.
I was trying to say something. Look, I was trying to say something. Look. What? Okay, wait. So that says a lot about Trump. He ain't gonna say nothing bad. See, that lets you know, man. Yeah, everybody wanna like kiss his ass, Trump. You know what I'm saying? If this dude, ADL dude, is not saying he ain't want to give you an answer, what'd that tell you? That says that Trump is in their good graces too, because isn't his stepson? I'm not gonna say a Jew. I'm not gonna say it because I'm feeding into that too. Isn't his stepson have a Jewish belief? There we go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His stepson. I mean his son-in-law.
Well, you know let's peel their ass back. They all from Slavs. They all Slavs that come to America, and they getting first-class citizenship when they get to America. Been getting that since ever since motherfucking 1618. Ever since they formed this so-called United States of America Corporation, S Corp. Come on, man. Stop it.
He didn't want to say no, but he didn't want to say no names. He didn't want to say. See, that's a lot to me right there. This is why. But you talking about Biden? Because Biden's in office right now. Of course, he's gonna say Biden. Oh, he's doing this and that. Well, nigga, because he's in office right now. That was kind of dumb how you said that.
Look here, man. They all bow down to this so-called Israel nation thing, this nationhood, this statehood, which all it really is a statehood. It ain't even a country. It's a statehood.
They know. I think they know a lot that we don't know, dude. They know a lot we don't know.
Yeah, they know a lot
behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So
you see, anybody to defend themselves against these people, or anybody that's so-called extremists, anybody that's so-called have the propaganda of the media to speak for themselves, and other people don't have the other media to speak for themselves, to speak their behalf. They tell the story. They the ones telling the story. We're like, hold on, I have a right to defend myself by any means necessary
The loser
against any foreign or national threat. That's anybody around the world. That's just common sense. That's whether it's in your home, that's whether it's in your city, that's whether it's in your town, or that's whether it's in your state or your country.
It's true.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, they're just all full of shit at the end of the day.
Yeah, man.
They know stuff we don't know. They know, you know what I'm saying? They know who's gonna win. And like I was saying last week, you don't predict nothing shit like that on those Simpsons. You know, all this shit that's happening before it happens and all that, dude, without somebody knowing something. You know what I'm saying? And that's a damn cartoon. What does that
But
take?
remember too, Frank, not to cut you, Frank. Let's just have a dialogue, right? See, we weren't necessarily picking up on civics when we was in school, right? And how this stuff go. The electoral college has a way more influence on the outcome, the final say and outcome of who is so-called the president-elect. The popular vote is that's just something to get the people involved, make you seem like you're a part of something. They don't necessarily want you to feel like you're being neglected, but you really are. So it's a party. That's why it's called the party. You're partying. You're having a party. It's fun. Fiesta. Wave my red, white, and blue flag. Fiesta, wave my red flag, my blue flag.
It's not even the real.
Oh, I got my donkey sign. I got my elephant sign. Fiesta.
Oh.
You're joining the festivities of this so-called circus. But ultimately, the people don't have the say-so, the final say-so. But they got you tricked to believe. Because later they said Hillary won the popular vote. But the Electoral College elected or selected Donald J. Trump.
What does that tell you?
How does that go?
No.
How does that go?
Now, in my last video of the night, let's get it out.
The youngest son of late civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has died. 62-year-old Dexter Scott King died at his home in Malibu after battling prostate cancer. His wife says he died peacefully in his sleep. He's the third child of Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King. Dexter was named after Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama, where his father served as pastor. He was 7 years old when an assassin took his father's life. Dexter served as both the chairman of the King Center and president of.
Well,
wow.
Martin Luther King Day was last week, and the son dies this week. Go figure. Very interesting. Who will be next? Just wait.
That's a good point.
But nevertheless, this has all been very entertaining. Shows you we still under a delusion of inclusion.
Man, that's
prostate cancer been talked about more in the last 2 weeks than Dad gonna been talked about in years.
Right.
Been going all the time. One guy my mama used to date, he had prostate cancer. I knew about this a long time ago. He used to yell in the bathroom and shit. So, I mean, that's not funny, but I'm just saying, like, so I don't know why they just bringing this up like it's some new stuff. But yeah.
You notice the one politician that died from it in the, you know what I mean, in the figure, which is Martin Luther King's son, were both, look like us. So it's just like, why are they not telling you, only predominantly black people get these diseases?
Because they're going to market the drug to your ass, that's why.
Yeah, they're going to use, that's exactly what that is, man. It's marketing.
Shaq, they're going to market that drug to you, but Shaq, that's what they're going to do. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So, shout out to information, Frank.
Hold on, Bernard. I gotta say something that's This is an uncommon view. So the words and opinions as expressed are the words and opinions of mine and mine only. Men, get your prostate milked.
Man.
Wow.
You got all that's bagged up, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly. Bagged up allegedly. You got to get your stuff milked, man. It's got to be, you know, to blow some of that out.
Is it milk thizzle or no? Is that it?
Huh?
Milk thizzle?
Nah, he ain't talking about that, man.
Oh, got you.
I know you're talking about.
Milk. Milk. Look, listen. I'm serious. I'm joking, but I'm serious about a professional. Please look it up. It don't have to be what's the word I'm looking for, Bernard? It's the invasive thing because we got to learn how to we got to figure this stuff out, man. And obviously the professionals are not giving us the information in time. They're giving it to us late. They call themselves experts and professionals. I don't know. I guess they experts of research papers and shit, professional or readers or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Frank, they read other niggas' papers and shit. Man. I don't know. Well, I need them to step up, and we need to start. We need functional medicine and preventable medicine and preventable health choices and plans.
For sure.
Yes, that's what I was saying. You got it.
Well, all right. Well, Shaq, since you were just talking, you shout out your information there.
Yeah, man, it's been a good one, man. You gave out some good pointers, man. You played some good information. Hopefully, people take heed to it. You know what I'm saying? Go look it up yourself.
If they don't worry about it. Hey, it's at this point it's survive or perish. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, don't take our words for it. Go look it up for yourself. Do your own research. Always got to put that claim out there. You know what I'm saying? Do your own research. But I would definitely say salute to you brothers, man, and everybody that's watching in the chat. Yeah, you can catch me at Instagram, Shaq_Edwards on Instagram, and Shaq Edwards on Facebook. And also another guy to come on Facebook, Chakari's Edwards on Facebook. Might know how to spell it. CHAKIRIS. Last name is Edwards on Facebook. So tap in with me, man. I've been doing some interesting lives sometimes, you know, teachable moments about certain on sort of kind of line. Yeah, chemical annihilation, man. I've been focusing on that lately, putting out different information, studies and stuff, and you know, so stay tuned.
All right, Frank, how's the information, brother?
Word, man. It's a good, this is a good one, man. You know, a lot of interesting, you know, topics, man, discussions, you know. But yeah, thanks for having me back on this bad boy, man. So y'all can hit me up at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube and XX Frank Nitty XX on Instagram, and also Frank Jones 8115 on Instagram. So y'all tap in with me, man. Like the channel, subscribe, and all that, man.
Yes, sir. Well, like I said, it's been very entertaining. There you go. We got some information counted, and I think that this thing is getting ready to blow the top off, man. There you go. Getting ready for all the tricks. We just in what, January, February around the corner. All types of tricks, trades, and psyops are gonna be ran. Might even bring a fish fry to your town. Watch out.
So no, all the damn symbolism they got, they're gonna pop up.
Next month, Black History Month, man, a lot of stuff will be going down.
Shit. We already know they be clowning us on Black History Month. They clown us and shit.
Yeah, ooh.
The name alone is like, okay, yeah, shit.
Oh, speaking of that, not to cut you, Frank. Speaking of that, I think they're supposed to be making August 11th Black Music Month, day or something, celebrating. No, hip hop day.
That's 50 years of hip hop nonsense.
They're gonna celebrate. Yeah, August 11th. Yeah.
But see, we fall for that though. Like, oh shit, they did it. But okay, then now what? What do we? You know what I'm saying? What progress are we? You know, are we moving forward? How are we moving forward? Just like I said, like again, since we getting off here, look, y'all, you know, y'all can like Trump all you want, you know, because I was interested in that platinum plan thing. That would have been dope. But notice he didn't pass that motherfucker the whole time while he was in that motherfucker, right? And for two, the thing is, You know, be careful because anybody caping for the police like he is kind of like it's very suspect. Even though I didn't like Vivek, whatever the fuck his name is, he was still, even though that was a bunch of bullshit because how you a government official, you know what I'm saying, and you made all this money off these damn pharmaceutical companies and all this, and you talking about stopping the FBI and the CIA. That's a bunch of bullshit. But it sounded good, right? But see, why would you, as a government official, push something like that? See, like BJ said, why would any of these cats go against the police? But see, the police already get a certain amount of funding a year from the federal government, and they already have something that's what's called, you see what I'm saying? What's that called? What's that? Qualified immunity. So it's like, what's the other little initiative that you got to protect them? But see, like I said, you're supposed to be a taxpayer. If motherfucking cop bust your ass, shit your ass up, guess what? Donald Trump is pushing for that shit, so they'll be lenient on that motherfucker. He don't get prosecuted against you. So just remember, you know what I'm saying?
I thought a government official is not supposed to run for the president of the United States.
Ooh.
When did they take that? I thought they must have changed that while we was not looking. They may have to change that. I don't know. I got to research that and see if I can find some back stuff on that, dude. Because come on, man. Because it's a conflict of interest. Think about it.
Your interest.
Hey, lackeys are getting very tacky. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. But it is what it is. But with that being said, y'all have a good night.
All right,
yeah, salute. Gotcha.
Yes,
Peace
sir.
out.